Hi, I'm Bill Corcoran Jr. This is the On the Stacks podcast.
Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down, I'm going, and if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up.
Bill is a pioneer in this area for podcasting. He's a really big mentor to me and Kev, and he's a great businessman.
Returning to the show today, right now, to talk about a huge accomplishment for his podcast, On the Stacks, we have Bill Corcoran Jr.
Northeastern Pennsylvania native Bill Corcoran Jr. He is the founder and host of the hashtag On the Stacks podcast. Since its inception in 2020, the podcast has ranked in the top 2% of podcasts worldwide, with thousands of listeners in 34 countries and reaching all 7 continents.
And we're not just talking about, we know podcasts come a dime a dozen. This podcast is listened on all 7 continents.
This is true.
And it's in the top 2% of podcasts.
You just copped a new studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just made room to cop a new studio.
Right.
That's crazy.
That is dope.
That's commitment, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
This man bought a whole piece of commercial real estate.
Bought a whole building.
Yeah, bought a whole freaking building.
Bought a whole building. This episode is brought to you by the Pest Rangers. Finding insects in your home can be a real pest. I know I felt that way when I discovered termites living rent-free in my house. But thanks to the team at the Pest Rangers, I'm no longer bugging out over this issue. So if any creepy crawlers are cramping your style, there's no ifs, ands, or bugs about it. You gotta call the Pest Rangers. For more information on how to rid your home from unwanted pests, call the Pest Rangers today at 570-826-1114 or visit them online at thepestrangers.com. This episode is brought to you by Kavanaugh's Grill, one of my favorite places to eat and drink in any PA. They've got one of the best outdoor patios with 13 TVs and over 20 beers on tap. You can also dine inside at this cozy Irish-style pub where your beer never goes empty. Did I mention how delicious their food is? Their in-house smoked brisket, barbecue ribs, and wings are to die for. So grab your friends and have a drink on me at Kavanaugh's. Mention code STACKS for 1 free draft beer with purchase of any entree when you dine in. Located at 163 North Main Street in Mountaintop, Kavanaugh's is open at 4 p.m. during the week and 12 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday during football season. Dine in today at Mountaintop's only Irish-style pub. This episode is brought to you by Burn, the fitness company behind the Today Show approved Burn Board. If I'm being honest, working out can be a real chore, especially as a new dad in desperate need of sleep and cardio. Burn is founded by NEPA native Jimmy T. Martin, and his Burn Board offers a low-impact core and cardio experience unlike anything I've done before. They have hundreds of on-demand workouts that are great for beginners, seasoned athletes, and out-of-shape podcast hosts who love supporting small businesses. My wife and I use it pretty frequently throughout the week, and it's honestly a great way to burn a ton of calories without burning a ton of cash. Not to mention, it's a great tool for skiers, runners, wrestlers, and hockey players. Jimmy is offering all On the Stacks listeners 15% off when they use the code STACKS15. Visit theburn.com today to get 15% off your purchase with code STACKS15 at checkout. Again, that's theburn, THEBRRN.com to get 15% off your purchase with code STACKS15. It's time to get on board today with Burn. All right, so yeah, I guess I'll just pretend to start the show.
This is good. Yeah.
Like, we don't need to do anything else? Like, should I do... Because I normally do, like, a 3, 2, 1 countdown for Dave.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go 3, 2, 1. What's Up Podcast, episode 99.5. That's 99.5 of the On the Stacks podcast in the Blue Door studio. Welcome to the fake episode of the On the Stacks podcast with ETP, Eric, the producer.
Yes.
Are you going to look at me?
Yeah.
This is part of the episode.
I'm writing stuff.
Don't look at the cameras.
I have to take notes.
What do you mean? What are you taking notes of?
You.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Like what though?
I can't show you.
This is really weird.
I'm not usually in this chair, so this is a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you scared?
Not scared.
Are you nervous?
It's a hot seat.
It
The
is.
seat's warm.
Light.
It's warm in here. Yeah.
Hot light over us.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be bright enough?
Yeah.
Should we dim it more?
You could.
All right. But you can just do that afterwards, right? If we had to.
No, not to the point. Not like that.
Okay. So we'll have to get this set however we want this.
This is assumingly how it would be.
Okay.
Ideally.
Okay. What else?
Nothing.
Is that it?
I think so.
This is the worst episode I've ever recorded.
I'm like, I'm usually on behind that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not on in front. Like I'm behind it
Normally.
a lot of times. So
Yeah.
You're a terrible host, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're
I
welcome.
pride myself on being the absolute worst podcast host.
I just, I feel like I'm really carrying this.
You are carrying the team right now.
Not the team, just this episode.
So we're not even a team?
I'm not referencing the team. I don't know.
What are you referencing?
This episode.
This episode, 99 and a half.
You're not even prepared. Where are your notes?
I don't need notes, bro. I'm a fucking pro.
Don't you tell me you never had notes?
I do.
Not for me.
Well, because you're a fake episode. This is the trailer
So cool.
announcing that we're adding video to the show.
Major.
So it's not
Major.
going to just be a podcast anymore.
It's going to be a full-length video show on YouTube starting next Wednesday.
Wait,
big.
is this the exclusive announcement you're making?
This is the first time that anyone's seeing this video right now that you're seeing on the screen. This is our 100th episode. Big. Yeah, so no pressure.
Never.
No pressure. First one on video, so we're probably gonna screw it up like real bad, but we'll give it a go. So, but also, I have Eric Curtis in the studio with us today. I gotta give a little shout out to. I nicknamed him ETP, which stands for Eric the Producer. So
ETP, he's in for a big one today.
he is. Yeah, he has no idea what he got himself into. I think he's highly regretting this. So,
No,
but
that face does not indicate any regret whatsoever.
but no, I want to acknowledge Eric and just give him a little shout out for helping me and putting up with my nonsense for the last I don't know how months we've been trying to get this up and running. But it is here, it is up and running, and now this show is going to be on YouTube. So people,
Number 100.
yeah, number 100
Wow, did I draw like the short stick on this?
on the stacks. We'll be back in a flash after a word from our sponsor.
It's a common question to say, what is my case worth? We need to figure out the extent of what that personal injury is and what it's going to be. We need to find out what insurance coverage is available on the vehicle that struck that person. So my recommendation would be just to be patient, communicate with your lawyer. Your lawyer should communicate with you. We do a great job of doing that. And we'll figure out what it's worth.
And now we're back on the stacks. But you also brought a special guest over here, brunette/blonde.
Debbie.
Debbie.
Deborah.
So,
Whatever
we
she
have to
wants
also-
for the day.
We got to welcome Deb to the show.
What about you?
Oh my God, my alter ego. Should we show the people?
Absolutely, I think.
Oh my God, this is crazy. Now that we're on video.
Cassie.
So for those listening right now that only listen to the audio version, the show is now also on YouTube at youtube.com/OnTheStacks podcast. So if you want to see Bill Aka Cassie
Absolutely.
try on my new wig, this is gonna be an epic fail.
I don't know if this is going to fit over your mind.
It's not. This is terrible. How do I look? Is this good?
Dolly Parton.
I don't know if I can wear this the whole time. So where do you develop this work ethic?
I don't know. I don't, like I said, man, it,
Because
I think it goes,
for an athlete and somebody playing on a professional level, I mean, it's totally different.
I think, it goes back to, I think, my family. My parents worked extremely hard throughout their entire lives. My brothers have worked hard throughout their entire lives. I don't think that I get to where I was if I wasn't born in Scranton. Honestly, like if I wasn't from Northeast PA, I don't think I'm able to do what I did mentally at Penn State. Be able to do what I did mentally at the Oakland Raiders. Right, just that tough mentality, bring your lunch pail, go to work every single day, that blue collar mentality, right? To continue to fight for what you want, fight for what you believe in, man.
So you felt like you had to find a new purpose.
Yeah, I did. And it was simple. I'm a drug addict. I have alcoholism. I have substance use disorder. Not only do I want to learn about it, it seems so exciting what I was so wrong about, that maybe I could be of help to other people. It's that simple. That would have sounded cliche to me 10 years ago.
I had to jump in and I had to step on, the fire of, of people and sticking up for my sales reps and sticking up for females that weren't being treated rightly enough by someone else that was in a superior role. And I didn't like it. I like to sleep at night. I like to tell people how I feel, and I like to speak up for people that can't really speak up for themselves. And I root for the underdog. I am an underdog. My mother's an underdog, and that's where I get that underdog fight and bite and tenacity from is my mother, Mary Frances Fogg. So shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom.
So, talk to us a little bit about this partnership.
Okay, well, as most people know, Bill Corcoran does a podcast called OnTheStacks, and he's been doing it for quite a while. I've watched it. I'm a fan. And I thought the way that Bill delivers his interviews, he does it with class, style, very laid back. And I thought it would be a great fit for the TimesLeader.com audience. And I thought that if we put it on our website, it would enhance what we offer people, and it would also grow Bill's audience as well.
It's a special thing that really highlights, people in our community, either entrepreneurs or business owners, or people who are just creative thinkers, and you kind of pull it out of them, their little secrets to success. So every week when you listen, you really get a little tidbit. Carrie, why was this an important thing for you to introduce on this fuller level, like another in-depth version of these stories?
Well, for the Times Leader, we're one of the original storytellers in the Valley, right? Mm-hmm. We're telling people stories every day, and what Bill does is the same thing with a different format. And I like the mix of folks that he has on his podcast, and I thought for everybody watching it brings something different to the table each week, and I appreciate that, and I think our audience can learn from his guests.
So you sent me this picture of the back of the van, with the hatch open.
Yep.
And it looked like there was clothes, right? Tell me about this van.
So I had a Dodge Caravan, and I had it primarily because I would use that to cart all my equipment around everywhere as I was doing DJ gigs, etc. And I still had this van. It's still my number one vehicle to this day. It just was filled with so many stories and just charisma. And I didn't have many items that much of my life at that point. So anything that could fit in my van was coming with me. So I packed some clothes. The picture that you saw has a little area in the back of the van where I would sleep at night. I had my music. I had my guitar that I can play at night, and literally a 24 pack of water and a huge, gigantic bag of trail mix that I got at Sam's Club, and that. And I had a couple $100 to my name, and I just said, I'll figure it out. I'm just going to go. And I had no plan other than to drive west. For the first almost 6 weeks, I lived out of that van. I, at this point, had nothing. I had a couple bucks in my name. My parents tried to help me out for a little bit too to get me a little further, but I really wanted to make it on my own. I didn't want to be dependent on anybody. This was my decision. And so, I primarily, parked in a Edwards movie theater lot, and that's where I parked my van. That's where I slept. I would sneak into the movie theater when people were getting let out. I had a great way of doing it. You just pretend you're on your cell phone. You walk right in. Nobody bothers you. And I would find a used drink cup and a used popcorn cup. And at that time, they had free refills. So I would take them up to the counter and get refills of popcorn and soda and go watch a movie. And that was my lunch or dinner. And then I found a Holiday Inn and a few other hotels that I would sneak in the morning and eat their continental breakfast. And jump in their pool to kind of clean off, and that's kind of what I did.
Business to life, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with your life, and whatever you want to do, you can succeed doing it. Never take no for an answer. And the worst thing anybody could tell me, oh, you can't do that, or that, you're up against, really? I'll show you. And that's how I used to, in my head, not out loud, because I was never cocky, but in my head, I had a positive attitude everything I did. To this day, I do.
But the reality is that, I think if you work hard, do the right thing, fear no man along the way, you can go far, but if you don't do the right thing, eventually it's going to catch up to you.
Pending my carpet installation in my new studio, as long as that goes well this week, this will be the final episode in the current building, the current studio that I'm in. So we're I hope you're a closer, man.
I am a closer. I'm going to bring it down for you. I won't let you down, Bill.
All right. A lot of pressure, man.
That's it. I got broad shoulders, strong back. Let's go. Let's do it.
You're tall. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3", about 215-ish pounds, depending on what I had for Friday night dinner.
Depending on the day, right?
That's it.
Yeah. So, as I said, this episode is, kind of a significant part of the OnTheStacks history. And for those that may not know, depending on how long you've been following me or not, this studio, the Blue Door Studio, is located inside my family printing business, Corcoran Printing. So, I want to give a little shout out to my dad for letting me operate rent-free here for a few years.
Yeah.
And I joke and I tell everybody, for the last, 3 years, I've been basically like living in my parents' basement. That's like what this is equivalent to, right? But in a business sense,
Yeah.
I've been living rent-free here for a few years, and I'm grateful to say, I know it's already public knowledge that I purchased a commercial building in Kingston, Pennsylvania, and we're moving the operation. We're out of space. I mean, look at this.
I know. I mean,
you could barely
wingspan here.
You could barely fit.
To crop some shots and bang some things around.
But,
I know
your wingspan. Like you probably touch both walls in here.
Right. Yeah, you got to spread your wings and fly, Bill. The new space, though. I see the post. It's looking great. Coming along night. It's going to be exciting.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot, wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax.
I had enough, it ain't luck. I needed a vision, I needed ambition, I needed a mission to beat a submission with no intermission. I see the collision, the crash in the distance ain't coming off track, no. Now when they ask what's the motive, don't talk, I just show them. They all about to see what I mean in the moment. I gotta keep going, I'm shaking the dice and I'm keeping it rolling, they already know. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say.
And I was working at Yelp at the time. I was trying to continue doing more like writing work and global marketing, because I had come back from Germany where I was working for Trivago, and I was just trying to get any work because if you can make it in Dusseldorf, you can make it anywhere.
That's what they say, right?
I've heard
That's
that.
the saying.
I saw a bumper sticker on the highway.
So
yeah.
that was my car.
That
was yours.
That was my
okay,
car.
got it. Yeah.
Franz Sinatra said it, I think. So I used to practice my signature.
Why?
Because I always thought that I was going to be something. I always wanted to believe I was going to be something, some kind of professional athlete, whether it was baseball, basketball, golf, bowling at the time, whatever it was. It was something that I thought I wanted to see myself as, and something I wanted to work towards.
Like, was there a force that was at that time, before you had any like passionate project that you had going on? Was there a force that was like inside you saying, I need more, I need to do more, I need to figure something out?
I guess it was always just like wanting to like build something kind of too, like of my own, like actually, like I think I always, maybe like 10 years ago or something, like I always like, you would see stuff on social media back when social media like wasn't very big, and you'd be like, oh, like I want to do something like that. I want to create my own brand or something. Like how do you know what I mean? I think that's probably been a thought like in my mind like a long time ago, and I never really thought about it really like until like recently. And it's like now I built a brand of my own and built like this company of my own. And
that's interesting.
But I think it was always like just trying to build something, like build a community. I guess I'm just like with wilkes-barre Power and just like everything I do. Like I guess I just try to surround myself with people that obviously that I like. Just and just creating like a community of people and just building something I guess bigger than yourself.
That's great.
Yes.
And I think that's what I've done with the show. And you guys are doing it here too, which is super cool. But I guess also maybe like subconsciously, like as a kid, like in high school, I wasn't like one of the cool kids, So maybe this is like part of it too. Like I wasn't a cool kid. I didn't sit at the cool table at lunch, right? Like I wasn't like a loser or nothing. So like don't feel bad for people, but like you know what I mean. Like I was kind of like friends with everybody, but like almost friends with nobody. Like I had a few, I had a few like close friends, but like I wasn't. I remember, not being allowed to sit at the cool table, right, with the cool kids, and now you look at it now, and it's like I built my own table.
Yeah,
right?
get back in
that's
here.
cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Right,
You built your own table.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Right, so
I
like
to clip that right there. That's tough.
Fuck. You created your own table for
Yeah,
like-minded, dope-ass individuals to sit at.
Yeah, so that's it, man. Like I created this podcast, right? And like I have a table, kind of like you guys have a table, right?
Yeah.
So like I created my own table of cool kids.
I'm so excited to be doing this with you. This has been in the works for a while.
Yeah, this was all your idea too, by the way.
Yeah.
Gotta give you props for that, man.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of prep, a lot of excitement from both of us to put this together. The OnTheStacks Aftershow, the debut here, 9 o'clock every Thursday.
I'm not the type of person, again, I think this is also partly the difference between like passion and obsession.
Yeah.
I think people that are just passionate about something, they need the pat on the back. They need the, that's cool what you're doing.
Yeah.
And like, of course, everybody likes that too. But like somebody that when you're completely obsessed with something and you're building something, building a brand, building a company,
legacy.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You don't need that. You don't. Like it's still cool to get it, and we all like it, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's great.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
but when you become obsessed with something, it doesn't matter whether there's one person clapping, none, or a million. You're still gonna do it.
Fuck yeah. Let's talk about it. Because if you are so open and you are so if you're so excited when people praise you, I think that might leave you vulnerable to when people critique you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's
yeah.
Right. That's
so I think to really be great, you just got to quiet the noise and become obsessed. Like, this is what I'm doing regardless.
Yeah, you
I'm
just put your head down.
Regardless.
Yeah, just put your head down.
And
like
just get to work.
Yeah, and like I said, like you just keep going, like no matter what. And even if you think it sucks, even if it's like not your best episode, or even if it's not the best, whatever, like you keep going. And like honestly, like I tell people to give me feedback and all the time. I actually ask people. Like I literally have gone out of my way to ask people what I could do better.
That's
you know,
dope.
like
got to.
You have to. You have to. Like especially like in this, like doing this type of stuff, like. There's just, I mean, first of all, there's always room for improvement.
Absolutely.
I'm of that mindset. There's always room for improvement. You can always be better. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but you can always be better and do better. And, just ask people for feedback. And I would tell people, like, I would ask people questions about stuff about the show.
Yeah.
I'd be like, listen, like, you're not going to offend me. Like, honestly, like, you can't offend me.
My hands are getting sweaty. This shit's about to be
nervous.
crazy, guys. I'm nervous for you.
What,
you
ready?
You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hit it.
Here we go. Jake said, jargon.
Yep.
Who's the winner?
Who is it? Let's see.
Who's it?
Hold on, it's delayed. Oh. Stephen Coolbaugh.
Stephen Coolbaugh.
Stephen Coolbaugh. You are the winner. Shout out to Steve.
Wait. Here. Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
So he's from here?
Yep.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck, congrats,
Steve Coolbaugh. The winner.
I got to call her because it's crazy. No, you're 100%
You have to call her
right.
like right now, probably.
I might have to.
Think she'll answer?
Oh, she's gonna answer.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And I'll look in the camera when I say this. If I call my mom, it doesn't matter if it's 1 a.m, 12 p.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m. It doesn't matter. She's gonna answer, and I'm gonna quick prove that real quick.
That's what moms do.
Real quick,
right?
I have to.
That's what moms do.
I have to. I never once credited, how my character is and my work ethic to her, but you're 100% right.
Yeah.
100%. I have to.
Yeah, put her on speaker and put it up to the mic. So
Yeah.
we can get mom in here.
I have to.
Let's do it.
Hello.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, what's up?
Give her a heads up though, at least.
Hey, Ma, you're on the Stacks podcast with me.
Okay.
We're live.
We're live right now, but I just wanted to call you and tell you that I love you and I appreciate you for everything that you did for me growing up.
I love you too, and I'm very proud of you and all that you do, not only for the Navy, but for me and your brothers and sisters too.
Well, thank you, Mama. But what I do want to say is they brought up an interesting point. We were talking about like my character and my work ethic and drive and and how ambitious I am to be better every day. And I never really took a moment to think about why. And you are 100% the reason for that. And I credit all of my ambitiousness to you. And I appreciate you, Mommy, and I love you.
I love you too, but I have to tell you, I can't take all of the credit because you know what, Isaac? You always had the drive and the fortitude to go get them. You always had creative ways to earn money for the things that you wanted that I couldn't give you at that moment. You're very smart and always on the ball.
Thank you, Mama. I love you.
I love you too.
I love you, Mom.
Love you too.
Bye, Ma. Crazy.
There it is. Boom.
Wow. Dude.
Legit.
You see?
One take, by the way. This just for everybody that's listening and watching. This was real. That was totally real and unplanned.
Dude,
I love it.
I'm sweating.
I love it.
I'm like, oh man, you really got me.
I love it, bro.
Brother.
Give me a fist bump for that, bro. Awesome.
It's crazy. Like, I mean it. You see? Like,
yeah.
She's a different animal, man. Like, so Scratch, we're here with Isaac Mensa, owner of Gemini Kicks. Like, couldn't do it without this lady, Like, insane, man. Insane.
Yeah.
I'm proud. I feel good.
I'm proud of you, man.
I feel good, man. That was like, there's very few moments in your life, especially when you're a grown man, that break you down and bring you back center. And that was one of them.
Yeah.
So
I almost had a little tear in my eye too, man.
Me too, man.
Yeah. Seriously. It's powerful stuff, dude. It really is.
Yeah, man. Well, I thank you, man. Thank you for making that moment.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I kind of like totally we were about to go into the sneaker culture part, but I feel like we had to
we had
to bring Mom in because,
Dude, I'm so glad that we did, man. You don't know what that means to her and me, Our mothers deserve the admiration,
Absolutely.
So call your mom when you see this. You call her, you tell your mom that you love her. She probably deserves it.
Absolutely. Even my mom, Sue, I love you. I know she's watching. She watches every episode.
We love you, Sue. Thank you. Look at that.
Sue's
support.
the best.
Every episode.
Yeah, everyone.
Dude, that's literally like 2 days worth of content.
Everyone. She's like
4 days worth of content.
I think she's my biggest fan.
Wow.
Besides my wife.
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife too, Jess. I have a couple other editors that edit the show. Shout out to Eric Curtis and Dave Thakura. So one of them might come on, or both of them, or my photographer Darren Elias. Shout out to Darren. Darren might come on occasionally because all these people all do things behind the scenes for me with the show that nobody sees and nobody knows. Like, I feel like a lot of people maybe still to this day don't even know that I have all these people working on the show and putting it together for me. So, I'm super grateful for all them because they make the show go. I love moments like this.
This
stuff,
turned into an appreciation cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
For sure.
This is a good one. I love this, man.
I love this stuff. I love this content, man. This is it's really good.
Yeah.
It was like so, it's like so good that I feel like people are gonna think this was like planned.
Yeah,
we literally just met.
I know, man. But it's like we were talking about earlier with like-minded people. You know?
Yeah,
it doesn't take I trust you. You know?
Yeah,
I trust you. It doesn't like I'm not gonna share that moment with just anybody. You know?
Appreciate that, bro.
I come in here and I met you yesterday. I feel like I've known you for a long time. So like. It's just like that mutual respect and the fact that I can come in here and feel comfortable, that that you can have a moment like that. You think that happens every day?
No
24 years old. I can tell you, last time I cried was probably like, no kidding, 8 years ago. Maybe when my daughter was born, actually.
Yeah.
Other than that, like you just had me crying in front of you, another man, and my fellow man.
Yeah. And all these people watching now.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Like that's insane. That's insane, dude. But okay, no more tears.
All right.
No more tears for me.
Sneaker culture.
Yeah,
sneaker culture of the area.
I'm sorry. I kind of
no, it's good.
I did a 180 on the podcast.
I made you go there. I wanted you to go there.
Wow, you're good at your job. Wow.
You can stream it anywhere you listen to podcasts. On the Stacks is available everywhere. And like I said, you can subscribe on YouTube to watch the full episode there and follow along on social. He always has great clips and teasers at On the Stacks podcast. So Bill, thank you so much for having me. I think that he's watching right now. So thank you for having me.
He's creating a monopoly with this, and everyone wants to be on the Stacks. So congratulations, Bill, for all the success.